This just might be one of the best micro-brand field watches out right now, especially since it comes in at under $200, and the kicker is, it's solar-powered. And the dial has a very unique feature. Have you spotted it yet? I'll show you next on WatchWit. Hey now, welcome to the channel. I'm Whit, and yeah, this Vario 1945 A-11S Field Watch is just incredible value, and we're going to go into that throughout the video here. But of course, you have to know that this is inspired by the original American design A-11 from World War II. And it was the first time hacking was introduced, so soldiers could now synchronize their watches for more precise battlefield attacks. Now, if you haven't noticed it, I won't string you out through the whole video to find out what's unique about this watch on the dial, but it's the seconds hand. So you see there, it's that dot in the middle, the pinion cover essentially. Vario states that the user can witness the movement of time while representing a shift away from the tools of war. Now you can find out what I think of that seconds hand in my likes and dislikes section coming up after this full breakdown of the specs and measurements of this watch. This case is 40 millimeters in diameter. You've got a lug-to-lug of 48 millimeters, 20 millimeter lug width for your straps, just 10 millimeters in thickness from the bottom of the case back to the top of that crystal, and it weighs just 52 grams on the supplied Kadura strap. This is a 316L stainless steel case that is completely brushed with the exception of that polished fixed bezel. You've got horizontal brushing on the mid case, circular brushing on the top of the lugs, and on the top of that bezel. And you'll note that it's got drilled lugs for easy strap changes. The push-pull crown is 6 millimeters in diameter and is signed and loomed with that Vario V. You've got a solid screw-down case back with circular brushing and specks around the outside edge, and laser-etched in the middle is an origami crane, a tribute to Sadako Sasaki. You can read more on that in a link down in the description. The watch gets 50 meters of water resistance. This dial variation, the Raven Black, features BGW9 luminescence across the handset and the numerals. There's a flat sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating on the underside. It's got a beveled edge that sticks up just ever slightly from the bezel. The included strap is a two-piece Cordura nylon with these reinforced holes. It features quick-release spring bars. There's two keepers, one floating and one fixed, and there's stainless steel hardware with the Vario signature. Now let's talk about this great solar movement a little bit. It's the Miyota 2170 Solar Quartz. What's pretty cool about this one is the light-absorbing panels are on the Riot. It's not the dial surface. So the watch dial's design is not limited by the movement. This puts it all completely on the Riot. So you just got a real steep Riot, so you can't even see that is where the cells are hiding. Now it takes about 2 hours of direct sunlight to get a full charge out of this, and that will run the watch for 4 months. It does have a low power indicator, which would give you the 2-second ticks, so you'd have to kind of pay attention real closely with this watch because of that unique seconds hand. And it has a stated accuracy of plus or minus 20 seconds per month. Now I hand timed this watch best I could. I mean, it's kind of hard to line up that seconds hand with the chapter ring, right? But I made one entry on the day that I started it, and one entry 38 days later, and it came in at plus 0.3 seconds per day. All right, time to give you my raves and craves, and I crave a little more out of the seconds hand. I've got to tell you, I'm not completely sold on it. I do think it is cool and very unique. I mean, and you can't fault them for giving that basically a peace statement, of saying shying away from the tools of war, right? But I mean, it is cool that basically is better than a two-hander because you can see something moving on the dial, so you know that your watch is alive and ticking, right? But if you did want to time anything or kind of like know the exact second, it was kind of a push. I mean, but again, that is the reason for this seconds hand. They wanted this symbolic feature, so it's kind of hard to fault them for it. And again, I think it's really cool. It looks great. It's just one of those things where it takes some getting used to. And a little bummer is the lume. I mean, the numerals aren't as bright as the handset, and those are super bright. So something tells me that it is intentional, that maybe it's just kind of a two-tone look. Again, I didn't have any problem with it. That the handset is so bright that it lasts throughout the night, and you can easily tell the time in the early morning hours, even with those numerals fading. So it isn't a legibility issue. It's just kind of one of those things where if you're a lume lover, you're like, oh, I want it all to be strong, right? And interestingly enough, the white dial version of this watch doesn't have lume on the numerals. It's handset only. And then I'm going to ding the water resistance, 50 meters. Again, that's going to be plenty for this watch and what you're going to want to do with it. But I'm just one of those where 100 is kind of my minimum mark to like feel really secure and confident about it. So, yeah. And this might not affect you, but bummer for me, the strap was too short, so I couldn't even wear it on this Kadura strap. And it seems to be a pretty decent strap and comfortable, and I love the reinforced holes here. But yeah, I wasn't even able to enjoy it. But for this review piece, they also sent over a nice leather strap, and man, every Vario strap is just well made, and the leather ones particular are just incredible. So if you have a leather strap in mind from Vario, just grab it. I mean, they're awesome, comfortable, and just high quality leather. All right, let's rave about some things now. First, it's got to be all that you get with this watch. I mean, we're talking under $200 here. And let me tell you what I love about this watch, and you'll see why that's a bargain. I mean, the case finishing. Vario is known for their quality and attention to detail, and it doesn't stop with the case. Again, this is great finishing. You've got drilled lugs, which is always a nice convenience for strap changes. You've got this solar movement. I mean, this is something that's become quite popular in watches over the last 10, 15 years. And this is no different, except that it is a different manufacturer, Miyota. And what they've done with that charging section, putting it in the Riot, I just think is really cool. It probably didn't matter so much. Well, I guess it did. I was going to say for this dial design. But the fact that, you know, I mean, this is kind of a Miyota brag here too. The fact that you can use any dial you want on a solar watch instead of having, you know, those transparent sections of the dial, I just think that is so cool. Just so you know, there's a little overlap. You see that on the Riot every now and then, and that will catch your eye from time to time. You're kind of wondering if something's wrong with the watch. But other than that, it's very unobtrusive. I mean, you can't tell from looking at this dial that that is a solar watch. And the fact that you can get a full charge that'll run 4 months of this watch in just 2 hours of direct sunlight, that's cool. Your daily wearing of this watch will give it all it needs to make sure that you've always got power. I touched on the strap in the gripe section, but again, that's just because it wouldn't fit me. But if you're somebody who has an average size wrist, unlike my Amazon wrist, then this is going to be a nice strap for you. This Cordura is a nice pairing for this field watch because it's very rugged and durable. I mean, you can beat this thing up and get it wet, and it's just gonna not fail you, that's for sure. And under $200 you get this travel case as well. And I mean, look at all the attention to detail. This is just what Vario does. Look, there's the V on the zipper pull. Yeah, so if you want to bring along a watch or two, this is a great case to do it. The Vario 1945 A-11S Solar Quartz Field Watch runs about $198 US. Do note that the prices are set in Singapore dollar, so currency conversions may vary. There's free worldwide shipping. It comes with the travel case I showed you, plus a 2-year warranty. Oh, and heads up, if this one's too big for you, there's a 35mm version that just came out. Man, Vario packed a lot of punch into this awesome field watch. I mean, solar powered, great looks, beautiful finishing, and rugged strap. This has got to be just a bargain under $200. What do you think? Leave your comments down below. And if you're kicking around on YouTube a little longer, maybe check out one of these 2 videos. I'll see you over there. I'm Whit, with so many watches, so little time. And money.